following is a presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
You're listening to the Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to other games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
I may never have met you. We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Mask up, America.
And welcome back to coverage on CRN Sports. You're looking live at the Shrek Center, and we welcome you back up top side. I'm Wesley Outland, joined alongside is now Will Chalk. Of course, Brendan Reeves is now the man behind the camera, so we're kind of changing things up. There's some of our interns on CRN Sports, and we welcome you back to coverage inside the Shrek Center. All right, Will, men coming up. Obviously, we saw a devastating blowout by the Bryan and Stratton Bobcats on the Lady Johnston Jaguars. What's Coach Jay Creasy and the men Jaguars got to do to restore some redemption here at their house? And, of course, the last time these two teams played each other was right before the Christmas-New Year holiday break. They won by 2 at Pitt. Now Pitt comes to Johnston.
Yeah, really, in this game, I think they're going to need to get a good run opening up this game to get them a good solid lead, and then they can set up their normal offense like they always do. They're coming off a win against Brighton Stratton last week, actually a week ago from today, and I think that really started them off good. They got a good record so far.
Yes, they do. They're doing really good right now, trying to stay in the hunt of things. Is right now we are actually right in the what you would call the final weeks of play leading, or the month, the final month, if you will. 6 minutes to tip off between the, of course, Pitt Bulldogs and the Johnston Jaguars on the CRN Sports and Johnston Jaguars coverage. And again, as these two teams get ready to go, we see how good this team is. We saw what they did against Bryan and Stratton, the men, last Thursday night with their win here over the Bobcats. Now, the Lady Bobcats annihilated the Johnston Jaguar lady team. But for Coach Jay Creasy, that momentum has got to continue. And remember, the men haven't played since their win here last Thursday.
Well, yeah, obviously they lost. They got crushed by Wake Tech, and obviously that did not matter last week as they scored and annihilated Bryan Stratton. I think that momentum from last week's win, Howell really got hot in that game, really shot a lot of threes, got them back in the game. They were down at first, got them back in the game, and I really think that really helped them to get that win last week.
Yeah, that momentum is going to continue. Momentum is a funny thing, as our CRN colleague Kim Winslow always says. It can shift and be like a pendulum back and forth, like a justice beam. And we're going to see this here tonight on the court. We're looking forward to bringing it to you. Of course, on behalf of Greg Morrissey, Jay Creasy, Derek Arnold, and everybody at Johnston Community College, we welcome you to our Johnston Jaguars athletic coverage here tonight. And by the way, while you're out getting milk and bread and eggs and preparing for the winter apocalypse, we stuck to our guns. We said we're going to get this game in. Right now, it's only raining outside. And, of course, because of that, we had a skeleton crew that we brought for safety. Jackie's and Bruce Barrett not able to be here tonight. And, of course, we have our interns that are learning, getting the knowledge, learning the ropes of what's going on. As, of course, Brendan now back on behind the camera. Will was on the camera for the women's game. Now he'll be joining me on color for the varsity men. And these two teams will be ready to go here. So, Will, obviously, we have seen the Jaguars. They're getting better and better week in, week out. You throw out that rival game with Wake Tech, kind of like you see Clayton, Cleveland. The same thing here. We know how good these players are. We know how Savon Holland is. We know how Marquise Allen is. They're not afraid to throw the three. Also, Charles Walker and Ruffin. and the name goes on and on. Dabney and so many more. There is such a great base of players that are on the Jaguars program that if you give them the opportunity, they're going to take advantage of your weakness and try to fake a score.
Yeah, they're really not afraid to attack these defenses. They like to really keep a fast-paced offense, really like to shoot the threes when they have the chance. I think last week, going back 2 weeks ago, Wake Tech, I think they shot a little bit too many threes. They weren't really making them too many. But last week, they really cut it down a little bit, got a lot of fast break points, shot the threes when they needed to when they were wide open, and they got them.
We're 3 minutes away from tip-off. It's the nightcap action to wrap up our doubleheader Thursday, Friday Eve from the Shrike. The Lady Jaguars lost to Bryan and Stratton Bobcats from the Commonwealth of Virginia, and now it's Pitt and Johnston battling North Carolina basketball with the National Junior Collegiate Athletic Association. We'll take a quick break. We'll show you back to on court and the tip-off in player intros in less than 3 minutes. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the...
For help with food, healthcare, and other resources, call or visit 211.org.
211, how can I help you?
211, get connected, get help. A message from United Way and the Ad Council.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear. Because for years, he's only said,
only you can prevent wildfires.
But there's a lot more to say. Like if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
These are the sounds of a dinner. A dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served, thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
Johnston Jaguars basketball back on the air as we're less than 30 seconds away from player intros and getting things tipped off here. Referees are from the National Junior Collegiate Athletic Association. They include tonight the crew chief, Derek Guadio. Chase Furlow and David Rittenhouse are the referees. And yes, we know some of them from high school basketball on the NCHSAA as well. So we get ready now for player intros, and we go to the in-house DJ because today is National DJ Day, in case you didn't know.
I had no idea.
And public address for player intros to get things started between the Jaguars and the Bulldogs here tonight. Few more minutes is what we're being told. Few more minutes getting them into place here. Jaguars. Bulldogs getting into position. And we await now just a few moments. Player intros to get this started. You dropped the bomb on me is what they're playing in the background. And now we go to opening ceremonies. And now player intros. So the players have been introduced. We are waiting now the tip-off. Will, your final thoughts, buddy, before we get this game started, buddy?
Johnston Jaguars have a really great home record. They've only lost one game at home, actually, this season.
That's right.
So hopefully that will help them get this win. Pitt Bulldogs have not played great away. Their record, I think, is 4-3 away. So we'll see what happens.
And remember, the last time these two teams played was in Winterville. And the tip-off will go to the Jaguars quickly by McKees Allen. And the Jaguars beat the Pitt Bulldogs by 2. Game underway. Offense strikes first for the Johnston Jaguars. They're in the gray and blue. Johnston on the front of their jerseys. Black and blue and white for the away colors of the Pitt Bulldogs. Quickly, turnover, give it right back to Pitt. And it's going to start with Dorian Clark. Clark will go up to the inside, driving down to the lane to number 10. That's going to be Houston Kuhn, so 6'1" sophomore. He'll now find out Clark again, driving up, number 0. Keep that number in your head because they're going to be players to watch for sure tonight. And off the basket, no good.
It was actually good. Number 12.
Oh, they did. Yes, they did. My apologies. Basket was good, my friend. Yes, sir. You're right. And they are. They strike first.
Come on, Green scored a layup for the Johnston Jaguars.
Now we're 2 even. 2-2. 0 up the lane. He'll now hand that off there to Riker Galaska. And they'll turn it over now. No score. Right now in the starting of things, now 2 even. These players play 2 20-minute halves, overtime if necessary for 5 minutes. Jaguars working up. That's Dorian Ruffin. Ruffin from Pine Tops. Losing the ball, McKees Allen saves it, gets back to Kamon Green. Kamon Green to the right lane. Now finding McKees Allen to the left wing. Shot, Savon Holland for 3. No good. Rebound. Got it back is Casey Perkins. Fighting for it. Going to Ruffin. Ruffin going back to Kamon Green. Back to Perkins and Cesarin shoes. McKees Allen almost out of bounds. Saves it. No turnover. Give it back to Pitt. They work their way back up court. Off of the corner, driving up the lane, 0 with the rock, Doug Bell. Doug Bell inside, now hands it off to Ryan Albin. And turnover. Ruffin got it back. Ruffin, 2 to beat. Surrenders back, slows down tempo. McKees Allen open, he'll go for 3 off the rim of the cylinder, no good. And the rebound comes back to Pitt. Pitt Bulldogs returning back on the rebound. Houston Kuhn, offensive utility sophomore, working up court. Now settles in, back to Galaska. Galaska turns it over, back to Houston. Now going back to Kuhn. Kuhn turns it over, back to the Jaguars. Holland, one to beat, basket and one, and good for Marquise Allen. He will go to the line, Will, and make it now a three-point play.
Yeah, that was greatly executed. Kamon Green got the steal. Good pass, wide open to Marquise Allen. Marquise Allen drived. Really obvious foul. Slapped him in the back of the arm. And hopefully he can make one of these free throws.
Got to make your free throws when the clock isn't running. We talked about it in the late game. We're talking about it now in the mid game. It is a 2-point lead. Now make it 3. As it is 5-2. Kuhn under pressure, settles up now, goes back to Dorian Clark. Clark will now drive up the lane and go to 34. 34 up the circle. That's going to be Chris Morris. And the rebound, and here we go again. Turnover back to the Jaguars. Driving. Come on, Green. He's knocked down. Whistle, foul, no basket, but he's going to go shoot 2.
He got slapped in the face. That was a very hard foul.
Sure did. Man.
He was a little slow to get up, but...
Come on, Green, 6'1", freshman from Raleigh. He graduated from Sanderson High School, and he's going to shoot 2 first time at the charity strike. Basket up. Off the rim of the cylinder, no good. It's another one back, though.
Here we go again, Wesley. We're pleading it every game. We do it every game.
Yes, we do.
We got to make our free throws.
You have to. It's just a gift. When the clock isn't running, you got an opportunity to make easy points in and out on the rim that time. On Green, he's 0 for 2 for free throws. Come on, Green. 5-2 and a 3-point lead. Kuhn now sets on. He'll back down to 34, driving up the lane. Here comes, well, yeah, here we go. The 0, Doug Bell. He'll put it in. Chris Morris with the assistant. And now it is a 1-point lead for the Jaguars. Dorian Ruffin now. Possession, driving up the lane. Try now, come on, Green. Come on, Green to Perkins. Perkins now goes back to Marquise Allen. Marquise Allen to Holland. Holland for 3 off the right of the rim. No good. Turnover. Give it back down to Pitt. Houston Kuhn. Going back now. 0 under pressure. That's going to be Doug Bell. Driving up the lane. He'll jumper for 2. Bam, he got it.
Doug. Timeout by Coach Creasy.
The Nets are good.
Anyway,
right now,
going back to what I was saying, Doug Bell really setting up this offense for these Bulldogs. He's got 4 of their 6 points right now. Really being a good passing facilitator right now.
Oh, yeah.
He's really carrying this team on offense and defense. He's already got a steal also.
Man, he certainly did a really, really good job. As we have 15:57, just 16 minutes remaining. 6-5. And now Pitt going back to the lead by 1. And honestly, Will, this is how this game started. This is how it started in the game in Winterville back in December. It was so close between one another. They were tit for tat back and forth.
Yeah, I didn't actually listen to that game, but I've heard that it was a pretty good game based off what you and I think Bruce have told me.
Yes.
It was a really close game. Jaguars came out with a 5-point win, though.
Yeah, it was a classic down to the wire. And now it will be Jaguars possession. We'll talk alongside. I'm Wesley Outland. Brendan Reeves now on camera. CRN Sports Productions of this game for the Johnston Jaguars and the Pitt Bulldogs. 15:40 remaining here in the first half. Perkins now to Green. Green now to Marquise Allen. Plays a little tit for tat there with number 5 of Albin. Off the rebound. Rebound set there by Clark. Dorian Clark, sophomore, runs it up court now in black and blue for Pitt Bulldogs. To the lane, off the rim to the right. Turnover. Give it back to Pitt. I thought they were going to give it to Johnston, but they give it to Pitt.
Yeah, I thought it was going back to Johnston also, but it looked like it hit off of number 3's foot for Johnston.
Far away from us where the angle was when that happened. But yes, it does look like that. 6-5 now. Still a lot of basketball here left to play on this Thursday night.
Oh, my goodness. He
Wow,
hit it
they
off
put it
the
in
backboard.
number three. Yes, sir. Off the backboard, number 5, Ryan Albin.
Good
Posted
screen.
it in.
Good screen by Howell.
Whistle and a foul. Holland's going to go to the line. He'll shoot 2. Foul is going to be on number 4, Dorian Clark, sophomore from Fayetteville. He graduated from Terry Sanford.
That was just a great pick and roll there by Savon Howell. He set a pick for number 1, Darian Ruffin, and then he just rolled off of it wide open. Ruffin hit him with the ball, and he got hit in the back.
Savon Holland, 6'5", sophomore from Raleigh. He graduated from Wake Christian and Columbia International High School. Savon Holland, number 10, and he makes his first free throw. 1 remains, and it tries to cut the lead down at 1 as they are down now by 2. Down by just a score. 8-6. Holland, second one up, and bam, it's in. It's a 1-point lead now for Pitt. 15 minutes remaining in the first half, and now it's a ball game, 8-7. Shot clock back to 30. Here comes Pitt, and they'll work their way back up court. Led by number 10, that's Houston Kuhn, a sophomore from North Wilkesboro. He graduated from IMG Academy. Kuhn will now set back up. He'll go around to Alvin. Alvin now under pressure, going back now to Bell. Bell powers up the lane. Come on, Green all over him for the Jaguars. Number 10 there, Houston Kuhn. Kuhn, pressure. Pressured there by Ruffin and Perkins. He drives up the lane on his own. Open man, he turned it over, number 32. Tried to drive to the basket, and Martin Zelinska couldn't get there, Will.
Yeah, as we were talking, Wesley, also Charles Walker Jr. checked in for Howland for Johnston Jaguars.
Number 12.
He's played a lot of good minutes off the bench for them in the past few games.
Clock violation, and they turn it over back to the Jaguars.
That was really good defense by the Johnston Jaguars.
14 and a half remaining here in the first half of play.
It always gives your defense some momentum and really some energy when you see that shot clock go off and you stop them.
And the referee is telling the DJ on National DJ Day, you cannot be playing music when the ball is in play. I know about that myself. When I was a young man, I got a technical foul for playing music at a high school basketball game for Clayton.
You get a technical foul?
Yes, I got a technical foul on Coach Brian Hall for doing it. Shot for 3. Dorian Ruffin. True story. Coach Marlon Lee knows it. I got a technical foul because I had just started announcing JV basketball as an announcer at 13 years of age. I was watching NBA games to kind of get an idea of how announcers do PA and do everything. I introduced the players, and then I played Are You Ready for This by 2 Unlimited. And the next thing you know, Will, the referee called a technical foul on the table on Coach Brian Hall for the JV Boy Comets. And
I bet he was mad.
He was not happy. He took my boombox away. This was back in the day when they had a boombox and a CD player. You know,
never touched one. DeAndre Dabney checks in.
DeAndre Dabney is in. He's number 33, 6'2", sophomore from Richmond, Virginia.
Also, Breon Lewis checked in.
Yeah, Breon Lewis, number 0 from Columbia, Westwood High School. And we got a timeout. And now you can play the music here inside track.
We wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Mask up, America.
May not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
The roar, the Jaguars. Welcome back to coverage. 14 minutes remaining in the first half. 8-7 for the Pitt Bulldogs. By 1. Ruffin now settling up here. Motion, Charles Walker Jr. He'll go to him from Pikeville. Shot for 3. Boom! It's off the cylinder. It came out.
In and out.
In and out of the shot by Walker. Man, what an opportunity there, just coming up short.
Bet he wish he had that one back.
So you get it back again. Driving up the lane, that's going to be Houston Kuhn. Kuhn now going for three off the rim. A tip by number 50. No one there. I don't have no name on number 50. I'm sorry.
Number 32 put in the layup for Pitt.
There he goes to Pitt for 32.
And Kamon Green just scored for Johnston Jaguars.
Yes, and that was actually Martin Zelinska that put the basket in for the Pitt Bulldogs. And now, Pitt back. Lead by one. Still, Kamon Green. It's all on you, brother. Basket, layup, and two.
He had all the time in the world. It was a good steal, great fast break opportunity, put them back up in this game.
And unselfishly doesn't slam it home or go for like a big dunk.
Yeah, that was really smart because in the warm-ups I saw him dunking, so I thought that was really smart.
11-10 shot for three. He called his shot off the rim. No good rebound. The attempt was by Kuhn. Rebound for the Jaguars. Dabney to McKees Allen. Rebound. He got it back. That's Dorian. That's Breon Lewis. Breon Lewis to Dabney. Dabney, Kamon Green inside basket. Walker Jr. with two.
Defense didn't even see him. He's wide open.
Hello, guys. Wake up, Pitt. Opened the door, and it was a great execution of everybody handling the ball movement.
It was a great pass.
And under the rim was Charles Walker Jr. from Pikeville to put her in for two. Ruffin now all over Kuhn. Battling, pressure. Zelinska nowhere. He's now covered up. Ruffin now drives to the lane, taking a shot. Kamon Green, they're going to call a charge.
Foul. A blocking foul.
Yep. And the foul will be on Green, number 2. Kamon Green, 6'1" freshman from Raleigh, graduated from Sanderson High School. And this will bring Houston Kuhn to the line. From North Wilkesboro, graduated from IMG Academy, 195, 6'1" sophomore. And the utility player will miss his first shot at free throw.
Number 13 checks in for Johnston Jaguars. It'll be Mike Mason Jr. He checked in for Dorian Ruff. 13-11 Jaguars. Mike Mason Jr. just holding it up here at the volleyball line. Passes to Kamon Green. Kamon Green passes back to Mike Mason Jr.
Yeah, he's trying to come back and get something started here.
Yeah, they're just getting a good ball movement here, trying to find somebody open. Oh, good pass.
Here he goes, Dabney back to Lewis, and they go out of play. Number 12, Riker Galaska might have twisted his ankle, it looked like maybe. He's okay and walks it off.
The 15 checks in for Pitt. That's going to be Zion Connor. He checked in for number 10, Patrick McLaughlin. Mike Mason Jr. with the ball. 3 seconds left on the shot clock, and he lost the ball.
Wow, he's there. Wow, yes, he did.
Out of bounds was Charles Walker. Hit ball. With 2 seconds left to go on the shot clock. That was some good defense right there.
My apologies. The roster that they sent me is all messed up. Now I have the correct one. I'll send you the link here in just a moment. Number 0 is Christopher Clark, and he has the ball right now. Shot up for 3. You have the right one? Good.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I got it.
I had one from last year for some reason. Clark, rebound, getting it back is going to be Zion Connor. Connor now goes inside. He'll drive up. 32 is there. Camonte Rayner and the whistle and foul.
Foul's going to be on Charles Walker. I didn't see a foul. They both hit the ball. I thought it was going to be called a jump ball, but evidently looks like he got a foul.
Charles Walker Jr., the driver, the player out of Pikeville, and the foul, and this will bring up number 32, Camonte Rayner, freshman Ford from Edenton, graduated from Holmes High School. And now we're called up. We have the same roster.
Keith Allen checks in for Kamon Green. They need Keith Allen back in this game, Wesley. He's really one of their big rebounders on offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds.
You think so?
Yeah. Lately I've been seeing, I've only been to 2 of their games. But in 2 games, he's made a big impact.
13-12. It's a 1-point lead now for the Jaguars. It's 13-12 now played. Mike Mason Jr., Charles Walker inside, down to Dabney. Dabney to the left of the circle. He's boxed. Great coverage by Pitt. Now settles in. Back to Walker. Shot. Keith Allen for 3. Walker trying to get the rebound back. So does Dabney. Ball goes out of play. Last touch by Johnston. It'll go to Pitt. So Clark is, actually they're going to turn it over to Johnston now. Johnston Jaguars will get the ball.
They said it was off one of Pitt's players' foot.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. Mike Mason Jr., though, back to Breon Lewis.
One of the players' shoes came off for Pitt.
Well, somebody lost their shoe. Shot by Dabney. Off the cylinder. No good, but a reach in and a foul is called. It'll be on Clark. No correction. They're going to call a foul on number 12. Charles Walker. It's actually an offensive foul.
Yeah, he actually pushed Christopher Clark under the goal while Christopher Clark was trying to get the rebound. But anyway, back to what just happened. Number 15's Ion Connor's shoe came off, but great effort. He kept trying to play defense while he was sliding across the court.
So it will go back to Pitt. Number 4, Alex Quick, point guard, sophomore, will put it back in play. Settling back up now.
Looks like McLaughlin's calling for the ISO, which means he wants a one-on-one situation. He wants everybody else to get out of the way.
It looked like McLaughlin was trying to find Quick. Instead, he now goes to Connor. Zion Connor now goes up now to Xavier Atkinson. Atkinson driving up the lane. Is he there? That's going to be Connor. Off the rim. No good. Rebound. 3. Jaguars are all over him. They call jump ball. And the possession arrow written on the folder will go back.
Go back to the Pitt Bulldogs.
It goes back to Pitt. No, it'll go to the Jaguars. Yeah, no, it'll stay with Pitt. Exactly right. They are using a folder with a pin as an arrow, as the possession arrow for the game. Whatever it takes.
Savion Howland checked in for number 33, DeAndre Dabney.
Shot! No good.
Off.
That was off on the throw there by number 4 of Alex Quick. A folder with a pin arrow for a possession.
DIY, five-minute craft. They had to find something. Yeah, the possession is a big deal in college basketball. Really,
yes,
any
in all basketball. Tipped away almost. There goes Lewis breaking away with it. Marquise Allen Lewis to the rim. Got it back. Shot. Marquise Allen breaks through. Another jump ball. No. Shot again for the 3rd time. They go to the ground. Last touch by Johnston. It'll go to Pitt.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I agree with that one.
I really don't.
Number
4 had the ball for Pitt. He fell on top of it and rolled out of bounds. Look, all the parents around here don't agree with that call
either. Are you kidding me? Halfway through in the first half. Great game. Johnston and Pitt for the nightcap. Before supposedly we have a winter wonderland in JoCo. In this part of eastern North Carolina, 13-12, 1-point lead. Tip away, steal, rough it, slam, throw it 2, putting it in, Ruffin. Dorian Ruffin, another layup selfishly like what we saw Come On Green do.
Yeah, those fast break points are starting to add up, really giving them a 3-point lead. Hopefully Johnson can start pulling away.
15-12. And now a 3-point lead. Bulldogs trying to respond in another turnover. Marquise Allen got it back. Allen falls to the ground. He got it though to Lewis, and he's in for 2. Breon Lewis, 6'4" freshman from Columbia.
Another
the lead at 5 now.
Some more fast break points for these Jaguars. But on that last possession, they just didn't look all on the same page. Number 15, Zion Connor tried to alley-oop it for number 32. Demontre Rayner, and he just won't even look at it.
McLaughlin throwing one up there, number 32 for 2, and that's going to be Camonte Rayner, the 6'7" forward from Edenton. He'll put it in now and cut the lead to 3. 2-point shot there by Rayner. And now come the Jaguars back on the offense. Ruffin now back around the circle. He'll look around, driving up the lane. Free throw time, going back down to the right. Driving. Goes Mason. Mason to Marquise Allen. Allen on the shot. Another correction, Breon Lewis. No good. Ball out of play. Whistle. And we have subs coming in. Come On Green coming in. Casey Perkins coming in for the Jaguars. 34-0-5 for the Bulldogs. Now that is, of course, Deshaun Smith, Christopher Clark, and Avery Huggins. 17-14, a 3-point lead. Jaguars still have the ball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 7:44 in the first half. Holland thought about going for 3 left side. Bam! Good 3!
About time he was going to make a 3 at one point, Wesley.
Lead at now 6. 20-14. Driving. Clark under pressure. Come on, Green all over him. Going now, looking for Avery Huggins. Huggins now pressured there. Getting now the ball to McLaughlin. McLaughlin now driving up the lane. Looking for an opportunity as Marquise Williams. They'll stop, reset at midcourt, and give it back to Clark. Clark gets around and weasels through. Come on, Green. Finds his way up the lane to Huggins. And the whistle and a stop, and it's out of play. It'll go back to Pitt.
That's some great defense. Savon Holland luckily got his hand on it to stop the shot from being able to go up. And
Perkins all over him. Green. He slaps Clark on the shot clock. Violation. Turnover back to the Jaguars.
That's the third shot clock violation by these Pitt Bulldogs this half. Johnston Jaguars defense is really tightening down over the past few games that we've seen.
Trying to respond here. It's 20-14. It is a 6-point lead. It's under 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Brandon Reeves on the camera. Will Chalk on Wesley Outland. Come on, Green going for three off the cylinder. No good. And the rebound back to Pitt. Pitt in the black and blue. The gray and blue is the home squad of the Jaguars of Johnston. 20-14, a 6-point lead. Here comes down quick, driving up the lane. That's Huggins. Huggins shot there, no good. A tip there by McLaughlin. Here we go again. Shot, Holland for three. To the right of the cylinder, no good. Rebound, trying to get it back is the Bulldogs. To Sean Smith. Smith to Clark. Perkins throws the block. No basket in the return there by number 5 of Avery Huggins, and he gets it in. And we got a player down. It is Perkins, number 3. Player is down. Perkins does get up, so he's okay. You can show him now. Perkins, number 3. And we have an injury timeout to let them reset themselves.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
We're at the top of the hour. The top of the hour, and we will pause for 10 seconds of network identification on the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to the Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to other games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
Jaguars back with the basketball. Welcome back inside track. Thursday night hoops, Friday Eve. Dorian Ruffin now with the ball. Ruffin will go inside. He'll go back to Holland. Holland will look and find Green. Green has Clark all over him. Come on, Green. Going now inside. He will now go back to Ruffin. Ruffin, whistle, and a foul is called.
And a legal.
It's an offensive charge.
Oh, I thought he called a legal screen.
He called it on 11 of Marquise Allen here. That's a foul. Turnover. It'll go back to the Pitt Bulldogs. Number 22, Marquise Williams. Going back, Marquise Williams now driving up the lane. And they're going to call him stepping out of, I think he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, right here on this.
No, they're going to call a foul.
A charge.
They're going to call it on 34 on the Bulldogs. It's a foul offense on Deshaun Smith. 2 offensive fouls now.
And I know it's really annoying because when you're so big, towering over everybody.
Yes.
Like, because when I played basketball, I was taller than everybody. It's so annoying when you run into the people that are smaller than you, and you always get called for it, and it's always your fault.
Come on, Green. Shot for 3 on the attempt by number 1, Dorian Ruffin. It's no good. And the rebound. Rebound comes back down. 5:13 remaining in the first half. With the ball for the Bulldogs, Patrick McLaughlin. Come on, Green all over him. He'll drive up the lane off the cylinder. Bounces off around the other side. Lewis to Green to Perkins. And under the basket for 2 is Marquise Allen.
He's had a great game so far. He's really accounting for most of their points right now. I like his paint offense. He's trying to shoot some threes. He hasn't really been. I like how he's doing down low, Wesley.
Clark resets again. Moves to the right of the circle, now to the left now. Driving up now. It's going to be 34. Correction, 22 of McWilliams. Marquise Williams under pressure. He'll now send it off down the right of McLaughlin. McLaughlin slides across the floor. Whistle and a foul. They're going to call it on Kamon Green on the foul for the Jaguars. And it's going to send number 10 to the line, and he's going to be shooting 2. Actually, 0. They're going to send. No, it's a non-shooting foul.
Yeah,
Correction.
it was on the floor. Mike Mason Jr. checks in for Kamon Green.
Yes. Number 32 coming in as well. Camonte Rayner back in for the Bulldogs. 34 is coming out. It's a non-shooting foul, so Alex Quick will inbound it back to number 5 of Huggins. Huggins back to Quick again, the 5-4 connection. Holland pressure there. Got also Lewis around there too. Savon Holland, Marquise Allen rebound, and the cylinder putting it in. Number 32, Camonte Rayner, the 6'7" forward from Edenton. And just like that, Pitt trying to come back and respond. 22-18, now down by 6. Or 4, actually.
And just like that, it comes
now
back.
make it 7.
They were
number
coming
10,
back.
Savon Holland just scored again a field goal there, Will.
That's his second 3 this half. He's doing a really great job on offense. But as I was saying, Rayner's doing also a really great job getting all these offensive rebounds for Pitt. As he sets the screen right now, rolls. He was wide open, but they didn't throw it to him. He's doing a really great job on the offensive boards, defensive boards, really keeping these Pitt Bulldogs in the game.
Second time, Huggins was there. Quick is there. McLaughlin there. And finally in. Number 5, and that's going to be Avery Huggins, the forward for Pitt to make the score. The lead now only 5.
The Bulldogs keeping with it. You said it was just how it was like last game.
Definitely a very close matchup here. And it's not over yet as we move down the stretch. Another foul is called. Foul on number 10. It's on Holland.
33 checks in for JCC.
Correction, foul is actually on Pitt. First whistle in a while. It's on Patrick McLaughlin, the 5'5" guard.
DeAndre Dabney.
Jaguars have possession.
DeAndre Dabney checks in for Savion Howland.
And now, there, look at that. Oh, he slapped away. What great work by Clark. Clark and Huggins throwing the block, not allowing Marquise Allen to get to the basket. And right up there on him again is pressure by Holland. And also 13, Mike Mason Jr. Slapped away by Allen. Marquise Allen gets into Mike Mason Jr. He's going to power Clark. Basket fly. Oh, flies. And he crashes under the back of the basketball setup there.
Crashes right beside head coach Marlon Lee for the Clayton girls varsity team.
Coach Marlon Lee.
Heads up.
4. No, that's golf.
Oh, wrong sport.
25-20. And it'll stay, by the way, possession arrow for the Jaguars also. 3 minutes remaining, under 3. Shot clock now down to 15. Ruffin, right in the lane, finding now Lewis. Lewis will now go back to Allen. Allen, no there. No one's home. Now he'll go to Lewis, to Allen. Allen, 2 off the cylinder, no good. Dabney tries to come back on the rebound for the Jaguars to hold possession, but turns it over back to Clark. Clark and Pitt got it back. Under pressure, looking now, looking up the outside, trying to find Connor. No one there. He'll drive up the lane on his own. 2 there. He almost lost it. Clark gets it back to Quick. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Lewis all over him. Shot off the rim, no good. Rebound.
That was some great defense there by Ruffin. Fast break opportunity for Mike Mason. Shoots the left, does not get it.
Great coverage and the rebound. Dabney all over him. Dabney now goes back to Clark. They'll reset. They let him have it. Clark now goes to Huggins. Huggins in 2. Man, what a fader jumper that was.
Yeah, I don't know how that went in. That was a great shot.
Call it a floater. And the lead is now 3 for the Jaguars.
Jaguars haven't scored in a while, Wesley. They need to get something going for this half.
25-22. Last time they scored, Will, was when Savon Holland got that field goal 3-pointer.
Yeah, that was like 4 minutes ago.
Feels like it's been a while. Lead of 3. Ruffin on the offense, going back down to Breon Lewis. Lewis inside goes to Allen. Allen to Dabney. He lost it. He keeps possession of it. It'll go with a shot clock violation. No. First time of the night. But gotta give mad props to Dabney to keep the ball in play from going out of bounds.
That was a great play by Mike Mason, really trying to keep it in bounds, keep this game going. Keeping this game going, but luckily, shot clock ran out. Great defense by Pitt Bulldogs. They're really starting to build up some momentum here. As Clark's taking the pass. Clark's slowing it down a little bit. 1 minute to go. The first half.
Driving up the lane. 1 minute to go. Coming up now in the first half. Yes, we were aware the roster was incorrect. I quickly realized that and made the proper adjustments to catch it. We do have our Pitt Bulldog fans listening. Perkins inside, going to Dabney. Dabney up under Huggins. Huggins and a slap off the backboard and still goes in for two. And it's been a while since they scored. Give it to Joe Lewis, and he puts it in on the cylinder in two.
That was greatly executed. Good offensive rebound. Dabney really kept possession going with that good offensive rebound. Seconds left to go.
27-22, 5-point lead going to the locker room. Driving up the lane now, Jackson Oglesby. Oglesby back to Quick, almost at midcourt. Using all 90 feet of the court. Looking Quick, under pressure, almost lost it. Shot by Quick for three, off the cylinder, no good. Rebound, Perkins couldn't get there. Shot clock goes off, it is off now. 10 seconds, under 5 seconds. Ruffin going to Perkins. Shot by Mason at the horn, no good. Air ball by Mike Mason Jr., and that is the half. The clock stopped with 0.1 on the clock, 0.1. They just said, let it go, let the whistle blow. We are at the half. It's now a 5-point lead in this game between the Jaguars and Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's been a really close game play so far.
We're going to go to a commercial break. We're going to thank all of our sponsors. We got 15 minutes until the start of the second half. It is a 5-point lead as they go to the locker room, 27-22. And we'll be back with more coverage. Jaguars basketball, watching live on YouTube TV. And, of course, for those that are listening on the Community Radio Network, follow us at wearecrn.com. We are proud to be the voice of Johnston Jaguars on this Thursday night. Right now, they lead for the men by 5.
Hello?
Man, where are you? I thought you were coming.
I can't. I'm in bed with the flu.
The flu? Whoa. Grandma's about to crowd surf. Man, I'll call you back.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is safe, effective, and you can get it at the... Don't get flu FOMO. GetMyFluShot.org.
Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
Never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
It helps us stay healthy so we don't miss out on what matters. Like that family movie night your daughter can't live without. Yeah, can't do. Every year, millions of people in the U.S. get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
Oh, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
I may never have met you. We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Mask up, America.
For help with food, healthcare, and other resources. Call or visit 211.org.
211, how can I help you?
211. Get connected. Get help. A message from United Way and the Ad Council.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
You went car shopping, you meant business. You ace vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting retirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear, because for years he's only said,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
but there's a lot more to say. Like if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
These are the sounds of a dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
but I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The Comet Athletic Booster Club would like to thank the following corporate and Super Comet boosters for their support and generosity to Comet's athletics: Generation Church, Horizon Family Medicine, Lee's Produce, the Noose Country Club, and TR Lee Oil and Gas. If your business would like to support Comet's athletics, please visit www.cometsAthleticBoosters.com. Thank you for being Comets All In, and go Comets! The Comet Athletic Booster Club would like to thank the following family super boosters for their support and generosity to Comet's athletics: the Evans family, the Gaskins family, the Ivy family, the Jones family, Kona Ice of Garner, the Moser family, the Nesselrode family, Prestige Pools of North Carolina, the Sharp family, and the Winslow family.
Never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
I asked what kind of family she wanted. She said, a family like yours.
Learn more about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the language.
help parents translate teen slang. Now, when something is on fleek, it's exactly like saying, that's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying, totally, just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will think you're, rad just the same. To learn more, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Adopt U.S. Kids presents When You're Expecting a Teenager, Learning the Lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
And we welcome you back to coverage on the Community Radio Network. And for those that are on YouTube, little slower to come back on the camera next time there, Brendan. Anyhow, we got our interns here, Brendan Reeves, who's done color in the women's game. He's now on the camera. Next time, just kind of pan and come in slowly. He'll come in fast. It'll make it be distorted. So ask Will. He's learning as well. Will Chalk alongside. I'm Wesley Outland. And then oh man, I'll tell you what, definitely a different game than what we saw in the women's matchup here. It's actually a pretty good college basketball game tonight, Will Chalk.
Yeah, in the first half, I think Johnston Jaguars had all the momentum. In the first part of the first half, and in the second half, they started slipping a little bit. Their shot selection wasn't great, and then that really let the Pitt Bulldogs get a lot of points off turnovers. They had a lot of turnovers, poor passes, and Pitt really stayed in this game.
And in doing so, it's only a 5-point lead for the Jaguars at the half. For Coach Jay Creasy, what is he telling the men Jaguars and the assistants in the locker room right now? You're 5 points up ahead. Obviously, you beat them by 4 the last time you played them. This game was so close down to the battle. It came down to fouls at the end. But obviously, you're wanting to win here at Shrine.
I bet he's telling them right now to keep executing, keep doing what they're doing, keep the pressure up on defense. Lately, we've seen them add more and more pressure every week. Because they were 2 for 8 the whole half.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not too many, but still want to cut down on it a little bit. I think they're doing really good in the paint offense, really good in the paint defense. Got a lot of blocks. Keep doing what they're doing on defense. They've got a lot of shot clock violations against Pitt.
And by the way, me and him both realized probably about 5 minutes into the tip-off that we had the wrong roster. And I'm only going by what they had on the website, and that's what I was using. But then we quickly realized that it was not correct. We're back in sync with one another. But obviously, I think of guys like Quick and Huggins and Clark. They're really, really good. They're not afraid to drive the lanes and even go for fouls.
Yeah.
And we've got a couple of those Pitt Bulldogs that'll do some threes up as well.
Yeah, Clark and McLaughlin also is another one.
Yeah.
Their ball went flying.
I was going to take us out in the pit.
I thought it was driving, getting it back out to Rayner. Rayner's doing a great job for the Pitt Bulldogs, getting all their offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. And I think really the Pitt Bulldogs are going to keep staying in this game, going back and forth. One team, I feel like, though, is about to come out on a pull away from this game.
And you called it. You called it the last time it happened. We're going to see if it takes place again for sure. So who will it be? Do you think it's going to be Pitt? Jaguars?
I think it'll be the Jaguars. Yeah, I think it'll be the Jaguars.
Going to be the Jaguars? Brendan's like, yeah, it's got to be the Jaguars, man. Come on, we're in the strike. It's a great game. These two teams, awesome. By the way, just to let you know, it's not a winter wonderland outside. I just checked in with Miss Mandy Chalk, your mother, and them, and they said it's just rain right now. So big props to the National Junior Collegiate Athletic Association officials and the staff for all of the schools at Bryan and Stratton and Pitt and Johnston Community College to make the decision to try to keep this game in, to try to get it in. And honestly, Will, they need to, because we've had we also cover high school sports on CRM. We had a great game last night as we covered with Cornholder the night before South Garner. We've got Cleveland next week. We got Garner the day after. Coach Marlon Lee talked about that at the women's halftime.
It's going to be a long week.
And in doing so, the games are literally on flux because obviously we have a shortage of referees. We have players that are getting COVID or athletic restrictions are being done. Obviously, if you're not academically eligible, you're not able to play. Alonzo Lunsford for the women Jaguars has put together here coming after the Christmas break was players with injuries, hurt, players coming back from family issues. So all of these things are coming into play. And, of course, as now we get ready for the second half, we have to see what the Jaguars can do here for the men. And also, as all that's approaching, it's getting closer to tournament and playoff time.
Tournament playoff time. I don't know too much about it because this is D2. I'm mainly focused on March Madness, but I don't know too much about.
Well, the NJCAA have a March Madness and they have a tournament.
Oh, they do.
And we'll have it on the Community Radio Network as well. Let's go back to on-court action as they get ready for the start of the second half. Will Chalk, Wesley Outland, Brendan Reeves again on the camera. Quick break, and the second half is next here from Stratton.
Never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
The following is a presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN.
And we're back here live. Jaguars basketball. Derek Guadio, Chase Furlow, and David Rittenhouse, the referees, getting them back into place. Gray and blue for the home squad of the Johnston Jaguars. Black, white, and blue, black on black for the away squad of the Pitt Bulldogs. And we are ready for the start of the second half of this game. All right, so Will, quickly, obviously it's going to be Johnston Jaguars. They're going to get the ball first. Come on, Green up the lane, and it's no good as it rolls out of the cylinder, but there is a whistle and a foul is called.
Yeah. Really,
foul on 5.
He drove and got smacked really hard in the arm. We actually heard the smack from up here. Very obvious foul.
Yeah, they call a foul on number 5, and that's going to be on Avery Huggins. He is a freshman forward. And come on, Green will go to the line, and he is going to be shooting 2. First one up, no good. Come on, Green is the 6'1" freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina, graduated from Sanderson High School. And, of course, now getting ready for his second shot at the free throw line. Just 14 seconds in here. Second shot, no good. So 0 for 2 at the free throw for Green. Rebound back to the Jaguar, to the Bulldogs, of Alex Quick. That was just one of the names we mentioned here, along with Patrick McLaughlin. McLaughlin to the top of the circle. He'll look around and he'll find Atkinson. Xavier Atkinson now driving up the lane. He'll now look and find McLaughlin off the rim. Rebound, no good. Quick coming up with it. Savon Holland was there with Marquise Allen. They misread it and they knocked the ball out of play. Darian Ruffin couldn't get there in time. And Marquise Allen knew he threw it too hard there, Will.
Yeah, he threw it a little too far. Ruffin couldn't get there in time. Ruffin was actually getting held back by the defender a little bit, so he wasn't able to get there in time. He rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, he knew he threw it just a little too hard there and turned it over. So a lot of basketball here left to play.
McLaughlin throws it out of bounds, trying to get number 4 for the Bulldogs. He was trying to hit Alex Quick, but it rolls out of bounds. Jaguars ball. Ruffin bringing it up the court.
27-22. Still a 5-point lead as it went to the locker room at the half. Ruffin driving up the lane. Ruffin looking. Finding that. Marquise Allen quick all over him. Goes to the baseline. Under the paint. Perkins will have him draw the foul on number 10. Patrick McLaughlin, and Perkins, orange shoes, pink shoes, highlighter, whatever you want to call it. Just send him to the line. He'll shoot 2 there, Will.
Yeah, he did a great job. Right now, the Jaguars are doing a really great job. They've only played a minute and a half of the second half, but they're already attacking the rim really well. Already got 2 fouls.
Perkins' first shot off the rim, no good. Got to get that rebound back. Still a 5-point lead, by the way. Nobody has scored since the start of the opening half of the second. Perkins, second shot.
Nobody scored.
Now
free
in.
throws
Here
until
we go.
now.
28, 22. 6-point lead now, Bruce. Here we go, Will. Shot clock at 25. McLaughlin now with the rock there for the Bulldogs. Around the circle to the left wing to Atkinson. Atkinson will go down the deep left. Driving to the baseline. Under pressure. Couldn't get there. Oh, finds it back. Surrenders back to Clark. Clark has Ruffin all around him. Pressure is there. Also, Huggins was ready to throw one up. 3-shot. Number 12 and in. Xavier Atkinson to the left of the circle, and he'll put it in for 3.
He was wide open. Wasn't nobody around him.
Lead cut to 3 now for the Jaguars. Response attempt there for 3 by Savon Holland. No good. And the rebound comes back to the Bulldogs of Atkinson. He'll drive up the lane, whistle, and a
shot clock.
They're fixing the shot clock. There's something going on with the shot clock, and that's why the whistle stopped. So quick work there by Derek Guadio, Chase Furlow, and David Rittenhouse to quickly have the shot clock be fixed. And they're keeping it 24. It's ready. Give it back now to Clark, to Quick. Quick now, going to McLaughlin. McLaughlin drives one up there, gives it to Atkinson. Atkinson, who shot the 3 a moment ago, cut the lead to 3 for the Bulldogs. Pitt driving under the lane. Quick under the backboard. He got his rebound back, and then there's a foul called. They're going to call it, I believe, on Holland.
You better watch it.
Foul on Savon Holland, and don't think Holland necessarily agrees with it, but he better stop before he gets a tech.
I don't know how that wasn't called out of bounds because he, number 4, shot it. Don't have his name in front of me. Quick shot it.
Quick, yes.
And it went behind the basket, and they still said it was in bounds. Nevertheless, he's shooting free throws. Misses the first one. Got to make free throws again.
When the clock isn't running, you've got to make your free throw shots, as we reiterated on time and time again here.
I mean, they're called free for a reason. Gets the second one, though, 28-26, Jaguars.
Waukee Allen. Back to Green. Green to Perkins. By the way, the Jaguars now going from left to right. Right to left for Pitt. Up the lane, Allen, short, driving, turnover. Give it back to Pitt. Clark, misread, overshot it, tried to get it to number 2, Atkinson, and it's no good. Give it back to the Jaguars.
He tried to hit him with the no-look pass. He wasn't ready for it.
He said, hit me, brother, hit me. And nobody was there.
Nobody was there. If he would have got that shot off, probably would have made it. Nobody was around him.
No one home at the turnover. 28-26, lead now cut to 2, and now back to 5. Actually, they're going to call it 4 points, as he did put a 2 in there. 2-point shot there by Waukee Allen. Actually, it was Holland that put the 2 in. 30-26, 4-point lead. Here comes now the Bulldogs trying to respond again. Throw one up for 3. Off the cylinder, no good. Bouncing rebound. Pitt keeps possession. Oh, what a throw inside the lane to Huggins. Wide open like it was a football catch.
He really threaded the needle with that pass. He threw it in between 2 defenders. And the number 5 happened to be wide open.
They call the foul on Perkins, and number 5 is going to go to the line of Avery Huggins. Avery Huggins is a 6'4", freshman forward from Wilson. He graduated as a Bruin from Beddingfield. Will, I don't know if you remember, back in the day, the Comets played the Beddingfield Bruins.
No, I've heard of them, but I've never been to the school or seen them.
When I was in school, they played Beddingfield.
All the way to Wilson?
30-27, yes. Beddingfield Bruins. We played Beddingfield Bruins. Wilson Hunt.
Y'all had to travel away.
Southern Nash.
Looks like Perkins was trying to go for a dunk over 2 defenders. It was actually blocked, and he got fouled. If he would have got that dunk, that would have made this whole place go crazy. There's actually a lot of people in attendance tonight.
Man, there was a really good crowd here, man. We were kind of worried what it was going to be like with the weather, but
it was a really
awesome
good crowd.
turnout for this event at the Track Center. And by the way, the women's game for Saturday has been postponed. It had nothing to do with the weather. They had already made the decision to postpone it against Cape Fear because players on Cape Fear are Cape Fear is not available to play. That game is postponed. They'll reschedule it. Sunday's game against Patrick and Henry out of Martinsville, Virginia. They're supposed to be coming to the track for the Benz College game. That is tentatively on schedule for Sunday. Turnover, number 10, Savon Holland.
It was a good pass, but McLaughlin could not hold on to it. It rolls right through his hands.
Yeah, that was number 10 of McLaughlin, and give it right back to the Jaguars as number 4 Quick comes in to sit down in front of them.
Number 12 checks in, I think.
Number 11, Waukese Allen. He'll go back to Ruffin. Holland around the circle. Perkins is there. Perkins goes to Kamon Green, back to Allen. Allen goes to Holland. And yes, Ruffin. No, 12's not on there. Ruffin coming up there. Waukese Allen. Turnover. And number 5 and Huggins in 2. Lead by 2 now, Will. It's getting good in Schrack Building.
Said it was going to be back-to-back, but I
31-29.
Really hoping Johnston can set something up. I think they're rushing themselves a little bit too much. They need to slow the tempo up a little bit. As Savon Holland just hits a three-pointer.
Certainly did. They make it now a 5-point lead again. They came into the locker room with a 5-point lead to start the second half. We're about 5 minutes now in to the second half. Is driving up the lane. Number 10, Patrick McLaughlin. McLaughlin has Ruffin all over him. Under pressure is Perkins. Perkins as Allen is there. Waukese Allen. Here comes now Holland. He'll jump into the gunfight. Driving up the lane, McLaughlin.
Oh, that's a travel. That's a travel. Big travel.
You called it before the ref did. 7 on the shot clock, and they turn it over and give it back to Johnston.
DeAndre Dabney's checking in for Johnston, and so is Charles Walker Jr. checking in for Howland and Kamon Green.
Kamon Green and Charles Walker Jr., as my colleague Will mentioned. Brendan's on camera. He's learning. 15 minutes left to go here in regulation. There is a 5-minute overtime if need be. We thought this game was going to go to overtime back in Winterville. Bruce and I did back in December.
It might tonight, the way it's looking. Going really back and forth.
5-point lead. They won by 4. And shot to pull away. Now by 7. Waukese Allen, 6'5", freshman from Oxford and graduated from South Granville. And it's 36-29 now for the Jaguars. Working up the lane. Here he comes again now. Pitt responding. Driving. Rush. 1. Basket and good. For the Bulldogs, Phillip Martin, point guard freshman at 5'9" from Sanford. And now, here come the Jaguars. They respond. No one there. Under pressure. Boy, let's jump ball called. They call a foul, though. Foul on number 12.
That was a big foul. Reaching.
Foul on Xavier Atkinson, the forward for the Bulldogs. And this is going to be a non-shooting foul.
It could have been a jump ball. Once Dabney turned away.
I thought they were going to call jump ball, but once Atkinson put that hand in there, that was a foul call.
Once Dabney turned away and Atkinson hit him in the arm and hurt the smack, it was an obvious foul.
Yeah, you heard it from the crowd mic as well. We're up top side in the balcony here at the track center. Shot. Oh, man, that was Charles Walker short on the 2. And the rebound. 14 minutes remaining in regulation, a 5-point lead. 36-31. Great coverage, doubleheader action here. Shot number 4, inside, quick, doubled up. Shot off the cylinder, no, is off the backboard. Rebound, Dabney, got it back. Dabney to Ruffin. He'll power his way up the lane. Ruffin with quick all over him, followed by also Dabney. Then he goes to DeAndre, and he's short.
Steal by Perkins, though.
Perkins got it back. How about Perkins with an interception? Ruffin, 3, off the cylinder, no good. It goes in and out. Lead at 5, basket, and in and out, cut it to 3.
That was a great Euro step there by Clark. Really just Euro stepped around Ruffin, got that easy layup.
Christopher Clark does what we see Will Kilpatrick do a lot in the comments with that move.
That's what I was just about to say that.
And a shot by Dorian Ruffin, short off the rim on a 3. No good. He shot that all the way from it seemed like 4-0. 36-33, a 3-point lead. Number 1, basket. There he goes. Turnover. Allen got it.
Allen driving up the lane. One to beat. Off the rim, he's fouled. They're going to call it on the black one of Philip Martin. Foul on Martin for Pitt, the 5'9" point guard freshman from Sanford. And we have a media timeout here at the Strack Center.
Getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy, so we don't miss out on what matters. Like that family movie night your daughter can't live without. Yeah, can't do that. Every year, millions of people in the U.S. get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
The following is a presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN.
.12:48 remaining in regulation here in the second half. Waukee Allen to the line after the foul on number 1 for Pitt of Martin. And the basket goes in.
Also, Breon Lewis checked in for Perkins on the break. During the break.
Breon Lewis, the 6'4" freshman from Columbia for the Johnston Jaguars, number 0. Awaits, lead back at 4. At one time back to 5 and does it again. 38-33. Crowd here at the Strack Center for the Jaguars and a roaring crescendo. Pitt Bulldogs bringing their fan here from Winterville as well. And we thank those that are also from Bulldog Nation as well as the Jaguars watching and listening on our CRN production. Basket off the rim. Shot 32. Couldn't get there. Whistle and a foul. Come on, Tay Rayner was going for it. And they're going to call a foul on Waukee Allen. You knew it was going to happen, Will Chalk.
It happened eventually. People just jumping up and down for the ball in a big crowd. They had to find some number to call. They just happened to see Waukee Allen smack his hand.
It's like Thanksgiving where you're fighting for the last piece of chicken on the dinner table or the croissant. And the crumbs to boot. 38-33 with a 5-point lead. Here comes now. Quick inside. Oh, it drives him through 2. Got through Walker and Breon Lewis for the Jaguars and made it in. And the lead back to 3. It's gone 3-5, Will. 3-5, 3-5, 3-5.
Too close.
Too close to call.
No team has been on a run.
12 minutes remaining in regulation. Will Chalk, Wesley Outland here with you. Brendan Reeves doing a great job with the camera work on the jump shot for floater and Joe. It went in! It went off the floater in the rim and then it bounced 2 feet. We needed that. That was Charles Walker Jr., Will. He was looking at his roster. He didn't know what happened.
Yeah, I was looking at the roster and you scared me.
Sorry, brother. Number 1, Philip Martin. Martin now got Charles Walker all over him to the basket. He's there. Off the cylinder to the left. No good. Rebound. Here they come. Waukee Allen. Allen to go back to Ruffin. They'll reset the tempo. Shot for 3. Boom! Man, he tried for Charles Walker Jr. again. No good. Rebound. 5-point lead. Shot clock at 25 for the Bulldogs. Here comes Quick for 3. It was short. Rebound. Almost getting into him. It's going to be Deshaun Smith. And they call the foul on Waukee Allen as Smith was slow getting up. Correction, actually, that's 32 of Kelmonte Rayner getting up. And they call the foul again on Rayner. Actually, on Waukee Allen.
Kamon Green's going to check in. Also, Savion Howell.
Number 10.
And also, Mike Mason Jr.
Walker will come out, and Waukee Allen will come out. So we have Lewis, Holland, Dabney, Kamon Green.
And Ruffin came out.
And number 13 of Mike Mason Jr. 5-point lead. 11 minutes to go in regulation here at the Strack Center. Up the lane. Going for it. Clark for 3. Short. To the right of the net. To the rebound. Again attempt by Rayner. Turn it over. Rebound. Jaguars. And they throw in a foul. Number 10 on Kamon Green. Patrick McLaughlin.
He came in a little bit too hot. They're trying to cut off Savion Howland, trying to get him, force him to come out of bounds on our side.
Yeah.
He came in a little too hot, bumped him. They got him for a foul.
40-35 and the foul called again.
Eventually,
5-point lead.
Eventually, one of these teams are going to go 1-1. Because I remember early, the Jaguars forced 2 fouls, so they at least have 4 on the Bulldogs.
Holland to Mason. Back to Breon Lewis under pressure. Jumper up for 2, and it's in and good. 33, DeAndre Dabney, 6'2", sophomore from the Commonwealth of Richmond. Graduated from Dabney Lancaster High School.
Dabney graduated from Dabney.
That's right. Up the lane, inside, going back, number 10. McLaughlin to Clark. Oh, that's a shot hard to his back. And they're going to call a charge on Dabney. They're going to call it on Dabney.
Second thought, that was on Dabney.
Alex Quick will go to the line and shoot 2.
At first, I thought.
You like that call? Yes or no?
Yes, that was a good call. At first, I thought it was a charge as Pitt's coach calls timeout. But Clark turned his shoulders actually last second. That was really smart by him, so he didn't get called for the charge because it would have been called a charge if he put his elbow in him. But he didn't. And he got a blocking foul. That was really smart.
42-35, 10 minutes remaining. We're closed in, and we have a timeout.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting. A teenager. Learning the lingo.
Today, I'm going to help parents translate teen slang. Now, when a teen says something is on fleek, it's exactly like saying, that's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying, totally, just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will think you're, rad just the same. To learn more, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
42-35, Jaguars by 7. Up the lane with the possession for the Pitt Bulldogs. And a start there by Jalen Hines. 3 and good. Wow.
They needed that 30 people in this game, Wesley. Another 5-point lead.
And this is the first time.
4-point lead.
Yeah, it's a 4-point lead now. Jalen Hines, 6'3", freshman forward from Williamston. Graduated from Bertie County, just put it in on a field goal 3. 42-38, and momentum, a funny thing, is the Jaguars trying to keep it. Dabney 2 to beat. No basket, traveling on Dabney. Turn it over, give it back to Pitt.
You got to dribble before you do the spin move.
Where are the on the side wheel chalk? Good call.
Yeah, he didn't dribble before he did the spin move. Took 3 steps, actually, in the spin move. Yeah, I called for it.
Call there. Call. And that would turn it back over now. 42-38. It's a 4-point lead. 20 on the shot clock for Pitt. 9.5 remaining in regulation here. Shorter than that. McLaughlin has Mike Mason Jr. all over him. Dabney with Quick, and they have a crash right at midcourt.
They're going
to call a blocking foul on Dabney. I don't know if I agree with that one or not. They just ran into one another. That's what it looked like.
That one might have been a charge, but since they both ran into each other, you kind of have to blame it on the defender because he was in the way.
Tough break there on Dabney.
He's got 2 cheap fouls this quarter. Excuse me.
Yeah, we don't necessarily agree with that. But it is what.
Before the 5-second violation.
We have a timeout, 30 seconds. We'll take one with them. Let me tell you about MPM. McAllister Precision Marketing. They can assist up-and-coming racers with career advancement, promotion, and assist in sponsorship procurement. MPM also has media and professional etiquette training. They work with premier driver development teams and limited late models to late models. And they also help the teams to make it up to the levels of K&N, ARCA, Truck Series, and even NASCAR Xfinity. Contact Tanya McAllister today at McAllister Precision Marketing, 803-361-6199. Today, get on the board with MPM.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
9:11 left to go here in regulation. And they're still under the timeout. They're telling them, let's go.
Also, Wesley, I want to go back towards halftime.
Yeah.
Halftime, I was going to use the restroom, and I overheard Pitt's head coach's conversation with his team, and the one thing he...
Cute. And this game has been so close as we're under the final 9 minutes of regulation. Avery Huggins going back to Clark. Clark for three. He's there. Bam. We saw that from up top side here in the balcony. He called his shot. It was perfect.
He already started backing up after a shot and going back to get on defense.
And now it's a 1-point lead.
Game's intensifying.
Momentum is a tricky thing. Come on, Green. Back to Holland. Holland back to Mike Mason. Inside is Lewis and Dabney under the paint. And now,
that's a hard foul.
Green is fouled. Almost took a shot to the mouth.
That's a hard
They're going to call the foul on Clark, I believe, number 0. No, they call him on 25 of Jalen Hines. So a foul is called.
Johnson's got to have these free throws here, get them back up to a 3-point lead.
Making a 2-point lead now. They make it back at the free throw. Come on, Green. He's normally 1 for 2 or 0 for 2 on free throws, Will Chalk, and finally he puts one in.
Yeah.
Can he go 2 for 2 now with number 2? Second one up, and he's done it.
Good. They definitely need
Put the
that.
lead back to 3. Clark, big 3. Huggins, big 3. Quick, big 3. And you got a tied game for the Bulldogs. If it happens, Huggins got the rock. Dabney all over him. Inside goes Clark up the lane. Going Huggins. Basket and 2 and good. And 1-point lead now for the Jaguars.
That seems to be a signature move. He's done that all game. Higgins has used that move at least 3 times this half.
And ready for a response. Number 0, Holland inside the lane off the free throw line. Got it back. Dabney and the rebound. And he let it not be a goaltending penalty. He let the ball come back down. He got the rebound, and Dabney was there under the paint and put it in the basket on the cylinder.
That was a great job by Dabney.
And now it's back to 3. 46-43. Final 7.5 minutes here.
Also, Wesley, we haven't seen Marquise Allen in the second part of the second half.
We haven't. As Hinesworth lost the ball, he stepped out of bounds. I believe he stepped out of bounds, and it's going to go back to the Jaguars. Derek Guadio, the crew chief, on the game. Referee called it, and he said quickly, Jaguars basketball.
That's a good call.
Right in front of Coach Marlon Lee as well as he was watching it go down. Here we go. 47-43. This is what college basketball is all about right here. Driving up the lane. Come on, Green. Short. Rebound. Savon Holland. He's fouled. They're going to call it, I believe, on 32.
Coach Greasy wants a goaltending because one player's hand got stuck in the net.
He was calling for goaltending, but they're going to call for a 2-shot foul. Holland to go to the line, and they're not going to call for goaltending. He said, nope, it's not going to happen. They're going to call the foul, though, on number 32 of Camonte Rayner. He's the forward freshman out of Edenton for the Pitt Bulldogs, and this will bring up number 10, Savon Holland, the 6'5 sophomore from Raleigh.
Either way, JCC has chance to get points in this.
Graduated high school at Wake Christian.
Makes the first one.
And then his first round of college came from Columbia International before coming to Johnston as a Jaguar.
Ruffin's going to check in for Kamon Green. Allen makes the first one, though.
Remember, the game scheduled for Saturday, postponed for Cape Fear and the Jaguars women's. The men's game is again Patrick and Henry out of Martinsville. That game's still on schedule for Sunday. Depending on what the weather does, if anything changes, we'll let you know. But right now, that game is scheduled for a 3 p.m. tip-off on Sunday afternoon. We'll have it for you here on the Jaguars YouTube TV and on the Community Radio Network. 7 minutes remaining. Inside the lane, driving short. Number 4, quick, going. Atkinson to Clark for 3. It's no good. Ruffin on the rebound. They needed that stop. Holland got it. Holland got it to Dabney. They fight for it. He got it to Holland.
Holland back to Ruffin, and they'll slow the tempo down. You see him put his hand out there and say, slow the pace down here. Going down to Mike Mason. Mike Mason inside to Dabney. Dabney bucks by 2. Clears out back. Gets it back to Mason. Shot for 3 by Ruffin. Off the 3, no good. Rebound. Here it goes back to Pitt. And nowhere to go for Atkinson. He had to stop, back up, and reset. Goes back to Clark. And they'll reset the tempo. 4-point lead. 47-43 down the stretch they come. And a time.
They're going to call foul on Dabney. That's his 3rd foul. He was
calling a foul on Dabney. I'm not sure what happened there.
Looks like he crowded around the player. The player had nowhere to go. That was the only choice he had, was to call a foul. That's his 3rd cheap foul this half.
And Dabney is going to come out.
Well, Keith Allen will come in for him. So Perkins will come in also for 0. He'll come in for Breon Lyons.
This game has been a battle there for the Jaguars. They're still trying to stay in the hunt of things here.
Higgins here to shoot his free throw. Makes it. It was a 1-and-1 opportunity, actually.
47-44, the 1-and-1. 3-point lead. Trying to cut it to 2. No good. It stays at 3. 47-44. Jaguars still up in front. While Keith Allen fakes it, going down to Mike Mason Jr. Drives up the lane. MMJ goes now to Ruffin. Back to MMJ. Now to Holland. Allen. Short. Rebound to the ground, and there's a foul called. They're going to call it on Perkins.
1-and-1 again.
Wow.
You can't afford to have those fouls this late in this game, Wesley. I mean, it's too late to be getting those easy, cheap fouls. Let the opponents get an opportunity to score on the free throw line. It's too close to the game for that.
Out of the 13 games they've played, they're 9-5 overall, 6-4 in conference. They're on a 2-game winning streak. 6-1 at home, 3-4 away for the Johnston Jaguars. And the first one goes in, cut the lead now down to 2. 47-45. This can make it a 1-point lead for the Jaguars if the Bulldogs sink it in off the cylinder. No good. Rebound by Keith Allen. He got it back.
They just want to keep this game to 2 or 4 points. Just they go in overtime.
Exactly right.
Make us stay out later, Wesley.
Make us stay up late. 5 minutes if necessary if they go to overtime. Working down. Ruffin going back down to Mike Mason Jr. Going down, slap by Holland. Still in the takeaway there by Clark. Christopher Clark going to Atkinson. Basket in 2. Game is now tied in the Strack Center.
I think the Jaguars right here need to slow it down, even though they're getting pressure by the Bulldogs. Slow it down, set something up, get a good quality open shot. Don't take any stupid shots. No, I would say no more 3-pointers unless you are completely wide open.
Bruce Barrett, it seems like December all over again in Winterville. Shot there. Mike Mason Jr. Holland faked, now drives up the lane. Jumper fader 2 off the rim, no good. Rebound. Give it to Huggins. And Pitt now has her chance to go to the lead. Clark will drive up the lane. He's boxed by 3. Mike Mason Jr. all over number 10 of McLaughlin. McLaughlin at midcourt. Driving through the baseline. Up inside the paint to the free throw area. Goes quick and 2 in the lead. Pitt, quick. New leaders. 2 with under 5 remaining.
That's Pitt's first lead since we were in the 10s and 20s.
That's right. 13, Mike Mason Jr. back to the Rockies under pressure on Keith Allen. Allen pressure all over by Atkinson. Goes to Mike Mason Jr. Going to Ruffin. Back to Mike Mason Jr. inside. Ruffin throws up a 3. Off the rim. No good. Rebound. Give it back to Pitt. Pitt returns. It's Atkinson.
Oh,
wow, that is a foul.
Charge.
And they're going to call offensive charge on number 5 of Avery Huggins. And boy, oh boy, maybe a shot to the groin area by Ruffin. Slow getting up.
That was a close call because it could have gone either way. The player was moving. I was trying to take the charge, Ruffin, which is also another thing that can make it.
Ruffin might have to come out. No, he's all right. Looked like he was kind of right in the groin area, having a shot of pain there from that contact, but he keeps on going. And Ruffin will shrug it off and keep. that momentum alive here at midcourt that's now down by 2. 4 minutes remaining in regulation. Shot to tie it up and hit the backboard. The attempt by Waukee Allen nowhere near the rim. It was on the side of the backboard.
What I literally just said, so you can't have stupid shot selection when the game comes down to this. We've seen it in the last 2 games that we've watched. Wake Tech, that's really how Wake Tech pulled away because they just didn't have good shot selection.
49-47. Pitt up in front by 2. 3.5 remaining. Quick. Clark off the rim, in and out. Responding back, rebound. Rebound was number 5, Huggins, and he got to put it in. They're back up by 4 now. Jaguars by 4. Come on, Green to Perkins. Basket in by Perkins, and it is a whistle and a timeout. 51-49. Don't put me to bed, Mama, just yet. It's getting wild here in the Strack Center.
I may never have met you. We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Mask up, America.
For help with food, healthcare, and other resources, call or visit 211.org.
211, how can I help you?
211. Get connected. A message from United Way and the Ad Council.
10 p.m. Eastern. You still awake? You still with us? We hope you are. We'll pause for 10 seconds of network identification as we're at the top of the hour on CRN Sports.
You're listening to the Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to the games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
Getting good inside the Strack Center. Will Chalk. Wesley Outland back here with you. Brendan Reeves on the camera. What a battle, Will.
This game's been crazy. But late in this last quarter, these last few minutes, I either think Pitt, 2 things is going to happen. 1, either Pitt or Johnston's going to pull away. Or 2, they're going to somehow, some way tie it up and we're going into overtime. One team's either going to, it's not going to be close by 1 point. I think one team's either going to pull away. And right now,
well, you said at halftime somebody was going to pull away, and it just ain't happened, brother.
It hasn't happened yet. I think eventually Pitt might pull away, but I don't know. Johnston just hasn't been playing like they were in the first half.
And it is possession back to the Bulldogs.
That's good
Huggins
defense.
and 2. He nice 360, put it in on a jumper and 2 and good.
What more can you do? Perkins had his hand in his face and he's still there.
Ruffin now, trying to get it to Charles Walker. Come on, Green at the free throw line. Goes now. Perkins for 3. Boom. Wow.
They needed that.
Cut the lead to 1. 2.5 remaining, 53-52.
And they got the
lead.
lead.
A barn burner here in the Strack Center.
They got the lead at an odd number now, so it can't just be a 2-pointer and make it. We're going into overtime.
Boy, it might become a winter wonderland after tonight, but boy, this is what hoop strings are made of. 53-52. Clark driving up the He'll now find Atkinson. Atkinson inside to Huggins. Huggins goes back.
Good defense, but it's a
and they're going to
foul.
call a foul. Rayner was there, and they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Perkins.
On Allen.
No, foul on Waukee Allen. Is that his 4th foul? I think it's foul number 4.
He fell, and then I don't know if it was really considered a foul. I would have just kept playing it. I don't think it was a foul, but he fell, and it looked like his elbow hit the defender's arm. I wouldn't consider that a foul. Good defense by Perkins, though.
Lamonte Rayner at the line. He's going to shoot 2. 1-and-1 correction, and no good. Rebound. Got it back. Ruffin. They needed this. Jaguars needed this. Down by 1. 2 minutes in regulation.
No one down.
And come on, Green at 2. He threw it to no man's land.
It's a great no-look pass.
Nobody saw it. Come on, Green. Under the paint and put it in, and the Jaguars are back up by 1. Wow. Will, this is why I wish we had instant replay, because that could have been a Sports Center top 10 play for college basketball moment of the night.
He thought he was Patrick Mahomes in the NFL. You see Patrick Mahomes all the time throwing those no-look passes to Tyreek Hill. That was a great
Brandon,
pass.
you got that, didn't you? Perfectly. Yes. I might put that on my snappy world after tonight, but I watched the replay.
That's definitely going on his highlight reel.
Wow. Snappy chat. Follow us at CRN Sports, the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, at Johnston NC Athletics, at JCC NC EDU as well. And, of course, at JCC NC MBB for Twitter. Will, you on Twitter?
I am, but I don't use it. I haven't gotten to Twitter yet. I have it. But
You're on Snappy Snap.
Yeah, I'm on that. Snappy, whatever.
Snappy Snap. Oh, what a game. And it's not over yet. 2 minutes remaining in regulation, under 2 minutes, 54-53. Jaguars by 1. Atkinson will inbound it. Gets it now to number 10. That's McLaughlin. Pressured by Ruffin for the Jaguars. 1:45. Shot clock out at 15. Working in number 10, McLaughlin. Now by 2. Perkins is there.
Great defense.
All over number 10.
Great defense. That's a travel.
And a steal and a travel. Come on, Green got it. Come on, Green.
Oh.
Going to Ruffin. 3 to beat.
Yeah.
Basket and 2. And good. He got it.
Barely.
And no foul, but a timeout is called.
No, he barely got it.
These are the sounds of a dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Man, oh man.
Crazy what we got going on right now. That they took the lead. That was the 4th lead change of this game. This game has been back and forth the whole game, Leslie.
Could that be the proverbial nail in the dagger, do you think, for Pitt? Or is this game far from over?
It's far from over. It's only a 3-point lead. It's a 1-possession game. A minute and a half. There's still a lot of time.
56-53, 3-point lead. And we know some players on Bulldogs that will zing up a 3 and a field goal and put it back at tied again. 1:15 remaining. And you said there's either going to come time for fouling. And obviously, if you're Coach Jay Creasy right now, as we approach a minute remaining for the Jaguars, don't foul.
Also,
don't make no stupid foul.
One more
as they
foul.
drive in up the lane, number 4, basket and good, and a foul. Alex Quick, basket and 1 to try to tie the game.
That should be making a double bonus, and I don't know if Allen fouled out or not.
Foul on number 11, and he might have fouled out of the game.
I think he fouled out of the game. Coach Creasy does not like
Waukese
it.
Allen is fouled out of the game. Number 11 is out.
Well, it looks like Savion Howell might come in. I think they should put
Savon Holland.
They should put DeAndre in.
Dabney.
He's the bigger man.
I don't know. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do. 5 fouls now on Waukese Allen. He is fouled out of the game. 6'5" freshman from Oxford.
I see. This is a big turning point now.
1 minute remaining in this game.
This is a big turning point now because Pitt has the size advantage, definitely. Now that Savion Howland is in.
56-55. This basket for Alex Quick can tie the game.
Looks like it's still a 1-1. I thought it was going to take him into double bonus, but maybe not.
No, it's one shot. It's one.
Oh,
because he made a basket. It's basket and 1.
I meant like from now on, it's a 1-1.
And the basket is up, and we're tied. 56 all. 1 minute to go in regulation. Boy, oh boy, it might be really ready to become a winter wonderland outside, but it's a barn burner in the Shrek Center. 45 seconds.
Oh, that's
Pitt
a foul.
Johnston foul.
They called the legal screen. They called the legal screen on Ruffin.
They called a foul on Ruffin, and the coach, Jay Creasy, is wow. And he warns him, stop, or you're going to get a technical foul. And wait a minute, Coach Jay Creasy is trying to protest this. He doesn't agree with it.
Either way, protest or not, the call is not going to change. They've already called it, established it. The call's not going to change.
The referee is giving an example. Will, do you think that was the right call? Do you think? Was it? No.
I think actually,
I'm thinking
it was a defensive charge, actually. Because Ruffin was trying to get around him, and the defender ran right into him. That's actually on the defense.
I was thinking it was a defensive charge as well. Maybe these referees are having a talk about it.
DeAndre, what's the last name? 33. DeAndre's checking in.
DeAndre Dabney.
Dabney, he's checking in for somebody.
The referees are talking about it. I wonder if they might overturn it, but
I don't think
I
they
just
will.
don't see it happening.
It's
Derek
too late.
Guadio is the crew chief. Chase Furlow and David Rittenhouse are the referees.
They're not changing anything.
He's going back. And that's Derek Guadio going back to Jay Creasy.
If they were going to change anything, they would have went to the scorer's table. Yeah.
So the play will stand. Wow.
DeAndre Dabney checks in for Savion Howell.
DeAndre Dabney, 6'2", sophomore from Richmond. 56 all.
This game has had so many ups and downs.
20 on the shot clock now. This game down to the final 35 seconds. Are they trying to go for that winning shot?
Miscue.
Shot for three. Got it. Christopher Clark. Field goal. Good.
There was a miscue on defense. Two players for JCC were guarding one man down low. Left Clark open. He got the wide open three. That's a miscue, Wesley, that they cannot have this late in this game.
You want to talk about Pitt trying to get redemption on the Jaguars.
Fifth lead change of the game now.
We went to Winterville and we beat them by 4.
Were y'all at that game?
Me and Bruce Barrett called that game, yes.
All the way down?
All the way to Winterville. It came just outside of Greenville.
That's a haul.
And it came down to almost 2 points back and forth.
That's what this game is.
Just like now. And then they went to the fouling game.
There's actually not.
And then they put the win by 4.
So far, I haven't seen a lead that's been 10 points. Not a 10-point lead this whole game. It's been within 8 the whole game.
59-56.
Exactly 30 seconds on the shot clock, exactly 30 on the game clock.
Yes, exactly right. So the shot clock will take it to the finish.
And who has the ball? I don't remember who has the ball. JCC has the ball. So they will get last shot if they want to.
Jaguars with the basketball. Do you drive up the lane for a basket and 1, or do you go for 3?
You drive up the lane. Then foul. Hopefully they don't make the free throws. If they do, you have to go down and shoot a three-pointer quick.
Ruffin under pressure. He now settles in.
Ruffin's driving.
McLaughlin
It's the
basket
layup.
and 2. Nobody fouls, though. Shot clock is off.
No, you're going to have to foul.
No, I'm saying nobody on Pitt fouled him when he went for the lane.
But now
you're going to
have to
You're going to see fouls like
and
crazy.
I'm pretty sure it's going to put them in the double bonus.
Which means 2 shots
the
remainder
guaranteed.
of the game. And the same way could be said about the Jaguars if Pitt fouls them as well, because they're both in the bonus.
Also, I'm noticing.
Both are in the double bonus now. They both just lit up the scoreboard.
Don't know why, because JCC did not get fouled, or maybe they just didn't have it updated. Either way, possession arrow is to JCC. They could try to get a jump ball. They don't have to get a foul, and then if they don't get the jump ball, like when he's trying to go get the ball from the defender.
Actually, I wouldn't trust that possession arrow. There is a folder with pin as an arrow on the table. That is the possession arrow.
It's facing
and
the
it's
other way.
facing towards Pitt.
So never mind then.
There's not a possession arrow is made out of a fold on the table.
But if it was JCC's ball, they would try to get a jump ball, and if that didn't work, then they would foul. But it's the other, it's Pitt's side.
Shot clock is off, by the way. If you're the coach for Pitt, you're telling them don't foul the Jaguars. If you're the coach for Jay Creasy and the Jaguars, you want to foul them immediately.
If you're Pitt, you're going to put your best rebound, your best free throw shooter inbounding the ball. And I'm guessing it's going to be McLaughlin.
What a game. Here we go. Final 20 seconds. They're after Quick.
That's not a smart idea.
Quick foul. Perkins got him.
Here's the thing about that play that just happened. I would have said to only throw it to your best
two-shot foul coming up,
your best free throw shooter, and then let them foul you. But they fouled a center, and usually bigs aren't known for shooting very good free throws, but who knows?
2 shots coming up there, by the way. Alex Quick will go to the free throw line. Point guard sophomore from Hamlet, North Carolina, a Richmond County Raider. Basket up. No good.
Savion Howland will check in. Charles Walker will check in.
So if you make this basket, you're up by 2. It will now be 60-58. Obviously, you drive up the lane and go for the basket in the foul.
Go for a 2-pointer. Do not shoot 3. No more threes should be
no more desperation. Get the 3-shot out of your head. Basket up. And good. It's a 2-point lead. Jaguars. And they're not going to foul if they're Pitt. This could be the final shot of the game, and they're going to call timeout.
That was smart. That was real smart. They did that to run some time off the clock to make sure that they get the last shot of the game.
Pitt did.
Oh, Pitt called timeout. No, they called timeout.
Yes, the Jaguars called
They come down to call a timeout.
Yes.
To run some time off the clock.
No, they're saying Pitt called the timeout.
Oh, I thought Jaguars called it because I thought Ruffin turned around and did this. I don't think they're allowed to call a timeout because they're on defense. They didn't have the ball. Possession. That's how it works.
Well, I guess it's Jaguars.
Yeah, Jaguars call a timeout to run the time down, and then they'll inbound it right here on their own side. Up on the inbound.
I don't know what to think anymore. This has been one hell of a basketball game tonight.
Yeah, they're gonna set something up right here on this baseline. They're gonna set someone up down low, maybe an alley-oop. I don't see it coming from this far away. If it was on the baseline down low, I would see it. I don't see a 3-point shot being shot right here. I see a layup.
If the Jaguars score, you don't foul. You let the clock run down. You go to overtime.
Yeah, you want to stay away, but the other team, Pitt, is going to try to drive, force you to foul because you're obviously going to want to block it.
Do you try to run the clock down as much as you can if you're the offense for the Jaguars, or do you try to go to the basket quickly?
If you have a wide open shot, you better take it, and it better not be a 3-point shot.
Ruffin.
Another timeout.
Pitt calls a timeout.
Pitt calls timeout.
I don't think he liked what he saw. He called for a timeout quickly on the screen.
This game has had so many ups and downs. Oh my goodness. Now I don't really see it going into overtime unless one team shoots a free throw. Well, actually, never mind. It's a 2-point game. Never mind.
Yeah,
I thought it was one.
You're going to drive up the lane. I'm thinking it's going to be either Perkins or
worst situation possible. You foul them as they're shooting the layup and they make it. But I don't see that happening.
Coach Creasy right there just intellectually, with all of his knowledge, trying to give the instillment
of what
they need
I'm
to do.
I'm just checking ESPN, Wesley, and number 4 Purdue falls to number not unranked Indiana. They lost by 3.
Wow.
Good gracious. That was a close game. And Duke also plays tonight.
By the way, Gonzaga at number 1 now. It's remember, Baylor got bumped.
Yeah, Baylor.
Auburn at number 2 in the nation. Obviously, my girlfriend Jackie would love that.
She's an Auburn basketball
She's an Auburn Tigers fan through and through. We love each other until the Iron Bowl of football and basketball against Alabama. Then we hate one another. Here we go. Ruffin. Got to get that shot. Oh, a steal. Still lost it. Got it back, and he's fouled.
That was not what
he
you
fouled
wanted.
him. He fouled him. Number 10 fouled him in a push. And Ruffin's going to the line. Ruffin's going to the line and shooting 2.
I would imagine a timeout's called before this, but I don't know who has it, how many timeouts. It's a 1-on-1 opportunity. Ref just said it's 1-on-1. That's
no, it's
not
a
right.
2-shot foul.
Oh, it's 2?
It's a 2-shot foul. They're with a double bonus.
Oh, my goodness.
2-shot foul. Ruffin going to the line on the free throw could tie the game.
Now DeAndre Downey's about to check in. I would imagine for Perkins. But Perkins is a better defensive player.
You want to make your free throws. Get that in there.
If they don't get this, I would
say. First one up.
If they don't get this next one, I would maybe say game over.
So now it is a 1-point lead for Pitt. It can tie the game with this free throw.
If they don't
if you miss it, you try to get your rebound back quickly, right? And don't foul.
If you miss this, I might be game over.
Ruffin, this shot, this free throw, if it goes in, game tied. It's
Oh
in.
my goodness.
Game tied. 9
And we got
seconds.
somebody-
A timeout is called. Will this game ever end? It's like the Lamb Chumps play-along song.
Mike Mason Jr. is going to check in for somebody.
Oh my goodness.
No more timeouts left.
And obviously,
Wait a minute.
9 seconds
Hold
to go.
on. This is in Division I basketball. If you call a timeout and you don't have any more, it's
That's a
considered
technical foul. That's right.
But they didn't call a technical foul.
Here we go, quick. Quick goes to
Do
clock.
not foul. Whatever
Do not
you do.
foul, and you got to try to block him up the lane. Here you go with a shot off the rim. No good.
Oh.
Another basket. No good. We're going to overtime. We're going to overtime. We're going to overtime. We're going to overtime. Oh, my. Oh. And our cameraman, Brendan, called it.
We either say going into overtime or one team's pulling away.
Oh, my goodness. 5 minutes will go up on the clock.
Each team will get 2 timeouts, by the way.
And we go into overtime.
During overtime, 5-minute period, no ties
50
allowed.
minutes? No, 5 minutes. 5 minutes on the clock.
I don't think a tie is allowed in basketball, so they'll play another 5-minute period.
That's right. They'll play double overtime if need be.
And each team gets 2 timeouts per overtime.
We are going to overtime. And if I remember correctly, first time this year the Jaguars have had to go to overtime, Will Chalk.
And I'm glad I'm here for it. This is a great
Man.
game. I really thought that number 5 for Pitt, I don't have his name pulled up. I really thought that Higgins was going to make that wide open jump shot at the end, but then it hits the back rim and goes out. Oh my goodness. This
game has been a good one. Aren't you glad you came along, Will?
This game is bad for my health.
Brendan, you're taking the game, buddy, man. I let you say something real quick. Go, just screaming that in the crowd mic if you want to. Yeah.
Man, right now this game is absolutely amazing. I mean, I kind of saw this coming, but I didn't think it was really going to happen. And right now, I mean, both teams look gassed and they ready to go.
5 minutes on the clock. 2 timeouts apiece. Overtime in the Schrack Center. They play until the 10:30 midnight hour. 60-60 all. Jaguars on the defense, as it'll be Pitt first with it. Clark has come on Green all over him. Huggins is there. No one driving up the lane goes Clark. Dabney, and they're going to throw a foul. It's going to be on Dabney, I believe. That might be 5.
That's just
No, they call a foul on Philip Martin.
Philip Martin's on the other.
No, they call it on Ruffin, actually. Correction, they call it on Ruffin, number 1.
Here's the thing, though. Now we're in overtime.
2-shot fouls the rest of the game if you get fouled.
Both teams already had a lot of foul trouble. Now you're going to see a lot of players starting to foul out, a lot more substitutions. And what's really hurting them is Waikisha Allen out for the rest of this game.
And Clark will make his first. By the way, they're both for the double bonus in the overtime. 4:34. They will have a 2-shot foul the remainder of the game. Shot in, no good. Rebound, 1-point lead for the Bulldogs. Ruffin, who on one, going back and stepping up at midcourt. Clark's all over him.
Looking for help.
Trying to find Dabney.
It's a good screen.
Clark and Dabney. Dabney there. Got it around. Boxed up by 2. Get it to Perkins. Perkins by 3. 1 to beat. Dabney on his own. Jumper for 2. Short rebound.
Oh,
He's fouled.
That's a foul on 10. That's a foul on McLaughlin. That's got to be a foul on McLaughlin.
And come on, Green's going to go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, that was on McLaughlin.
Foul on McLaughlin. Patrick McLaughlin. Come on, Green is shooting 2.
I don't know what the call is called. I'm pretty sure you called it blocking foul, but the ref had a totally different signal. There's not a block. I would say loose ball foul. That's what it's going to be called, loose ball foul.
Come on, Green, 2-shot foul coming up. 1 shot at free throw ties the game again at 61. No good.
Gotta make your free throws. I know we say it all the time. It's really when it's most important.
409 is a very good cleaning additive to use at home and business, and there's 409 remaining in overtime. Got to make the free throw. Come on, Green, to tie the game at 61 all. Shot up. No good. Missed it.
That's a big.
0 for 2 for Green on the free throw in overtime.
I know he's going to be practicing next week. free throws.
Give it back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin, green all over him. Back to Huggins. Huggins drives up the lane. There goes Dabney all over now. Ruffin now has Clark. Here comes now Atkinson. Atkinson rushing. Holland there. He turned it over. Come on, Green got it. And he stole it in midcourt. He got the ball. And they're trying to steal it back.
Travel. That's a
travel. There's traveling all over.
That's a travel.
And then come on, Green. They're going to turn over. It's going to go back to the Jaguars. When you said that should have been a travel call.
It should have been a travel. He rolled 10 feet with the ball. You can't do that. It's travel. Nevertheless, Clark stepped out. Going the other way.
3:40 remaining in overtime 1. If the game's tied, we'll go to overtime 2. Ruffin up the lane to beat, slapped away. It's no good. Rebound. Clark got him. Clark through the block on the Bulldogs. Gets it now to Quick. He's there. No good. Rebound. Back to the Jaguars. Perkins, coast to coast. Short. And he's fouled.
Blocking foul. That was a good call. Really good call. That's like the 10th blocking foul this whole game. The fans are really starting to
foul on Huggins.
The fans are really starting to get into this game.
Foul on Huggins. Avery Huggins blocking foul again.
At this point, it's getting so loud here, I can barely hear Wesley.
You can't hear me?
I can,
really?
But barely when they start yelling.
That's an understatement. Come on. Perkins at the line. 1 to tie, 2 for the lead for the Bulldogs. And they're tied up now. Jaguars tied it back up to 6-1. Jackie's in, girlfriend watching. She says, ooh, you should have been here. Bruce would be beside himself right now. He'd be out of the chair jumping the fence. 61 all will chalk it. Here we go. Clark! Oh, he loses the ball! It's stolen away! Perkins trying to slam it! Missed it! No good!
That was
Dabney all over it! Oh, my goodness.
That was not a good decision.
That was not a good idea to try to slam in a dunk there.
Too fancy.
No fancy schmancy stuff is going to get you nowhere. Man, McLaughlin battling Holland. Now going. Atkinson.
Out of bounds.
He stepped out of bounds. It's Jaguar ball. People are coming unglued over there. Oh, my goodness. Coach Marlon Lee, he's just over there. He normally coaches the game. He's just calm, cool, and collected. The 3 C's of representing the coach of Clayton. Green up the outside and a whistle and a foul. He's going to go to the line. Green will and shoot 2.
Coach Marlon Lee, I had to be security guard. I think I'd be really intimidated.
Coach Marlon Lee is hiding behind the basketball goal over there.
I think I'd be intimidated when a 6'10" guy comes walking up to me.
Oh my goodness. 61 to 61.
I think McLaughlin fouled out.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure he's walking to the bench.
McLaughlin is out. He's fouled out. Number 10, 5 fouls on the freshman guard from Rockingham, a former Richmond County Raider.
Deshaun Smith checks in from McLaughlin.
Wow.
That's another problem, though. Deshaun Smith is really tall. Deshaun Smith, 6'7". JCC has no height on the floor right now. The tallest one is DeAndre.
Come on, Green, missing free throws.
Tallest one is DeAndre Dabney, and he's only 6'2". So it's going to be a real disadvantage here.
Come on, Green just missed his first free throw, number 2.
He's going to be working on those Monday.
And the second shot up. And that one is no good. But the rebound comes back by Dabney.
Oh, it's
Dabney's
a foul.
Dabney's fouled. They're going to call it on number 5,
that's
I
his
believe.
fifth one. Number 5.
And that's Huggins. That's his 5th.
That's his 5th.
5 on Huggins. Another fouled out player. Huggins is out. That's 5 on Huggins. 5 on Huggins. 5 on Huggins for Pitt. And he fouls out of the game. Out is now McLaughlin and Huggins.
Wow. What are they going to put in? Oh, they're going to put in a Raider.
They're going to put in 32 of Camonte Rayner. Kids, I know it's past your bedtime, but I'm glad you don't have school tomorrow.
I'm glad I don't have school tomorrow.
Dabney will go to the free throw line, and he will shoot 2.
He's got to have these right here if they want to stay in this game.
First one up. No good. Man. I mean, you're missing the opportunity for free points. Second shot, Dabney. Charity stripe. No good. No good. Rebound. Tied at 60 at 61.
I think both teams just agreed to have a second overtime. It's good. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Clark, Ruffin, Dabney right there. Boxed in Atkinson. Also, Rayner. Here comes Quick. Perkins. Perkins, Dabney's there. Basket and one. And a foul. Foul on Perkins. No, number 10, Holland. They're going to call a foul on Savon Holland.
I don't really agree with that call, Wesley. I didn't see too much contact.
Is not 5 fouls on Holland yet.
But baseline ref had better view than me. I didn't see too much contact. But like I said, they're going to have the height advantage now.
Basket and one.
He's 6'7".
Number 34, Deshaun Smith, 6'7". Ball, no good. It stays at 2. 2-point lead, which is good. You just drive up the lane and get your 2. Perkins might not go to 3. He doesn't. He goes up the lane, up the paint. Perkins, basket, no good. Dabney got it back. No, he didn't. He turned it over back to Clark. Pitt, 2-point lead.
They're going to hold
2
the ball.
minutes in regulation.
They're going to try to hold the ball now. They're going to do the Marlon Lee tactic.
Forcing them to come up the lane. Clark for 3, no good. Come on, Green, rebound. Down by 2, and he threw it to Clark. Perkins, basket.
That's a
2.
foul.
That's no good, but he's fouled. Oh, my goodness.
Gotta have that. They had to have that. Rolled right out. It was a rim.
Oh!
What is going on?
It rolled out of the cylinder, and they're going to shoot 2 for Perkins. Oh, my goodness.
Perkins has to have these right here. Again, this is their, 4th opportunity to tie the game? This overtime. Makes the first one.
First one's in. Next point ties the game up. And Perkins pretty good at free throws. He's 6'4" freshman from Fuquay Arena, former Bengal. Graduated actually as a Trojan from Hardwick Central, and he also started at UNC Pembroke. He misses the rebound. It's a 1-point lead. Misses his free throw number 2. 140. 1-point lead for the Bulldogs. 1 for the ages. Shot. Rim. No good. Got it back. Come on, Green. Perkins. Stole. It's out of play. They keep it in play. It goes to Pitt.
That looked like it was out of bounds.
Let him play in a basket in 2. Come by Quick. Alex Quick in 2 and a timeout. No basket.
Number 12, no. Here's what happened. Number 12 tipped the inbound pass, and it went out of bounds.
So they'll stay to the Jaguars.
It was a careless inbound pass.
65-62. Boy, oh boy. Come on, Green. Going for 3. He's there. Off the rim. And they called the foul?
What? How was that a foul? He just fouled out, I think. That's his fifth foul.
Has been called for a foul.
I think that's his 5th. He's at least had 4, so I remember he had the cheap. I'm pretty sure that's Dabney's 5th.
Nope, not yet. This is 4th. Might be his 4th. 65-62, but they are going to send Camonte Rayner to the line, and he'll shoot 2.
Here's the thing. I didn't see a foul. I saw over the back by Camonte Rayner.
Yeah, yeah.
But they called it on. And the ref is explaining how we're explaining to DeAndre.
66-62, 4-point lead. By the way, Jaguars beat Pitt by 4. The Bulldogs played in December.
Charles Walker's going to check in for DeAndre Dabney. Looks like he'll sit out for a little bit. Dabney only has 1 more foul, and they can't afford to lose him. Number 25 checks in for Pitt. That's going to be Jalen Hines. He's going to check in for Deshaun Smith. Jalen Hines, though, not as tall.
1 for the ages here with now 1:12 remaining in overtime. First free throw for Rayner for Pitt was in. Second one in as well. Lead now at 5. 67-62.
I see a timeout being called.
Quick, roughing all over there. Back to Perkins. 1 minute remaining in overtime. He's there. Holland going now to the basket. 2 and short. He got his rebound back. He's fouled again.
That's another foul on Rayner. I think that might be his 4th or 5th.
Foul on 32 of Rayner.
That's got to be his 4th or 5th. And I think he fouled out because Deshaun Smith is coming.
I think Rayner's fouled out.
Deshaun Smith's coming right back in. Or he has foul 4, and they just want to keep him in this game.
Deshaun Smith is coming in. Also, number 13, Mike Mason Jr. Holland at free throw. Makes his first easily. Lead now at 4 for the Bulldogs.
No. Rainer didn't foul. They took out Hines.
Taking out 25 of Hines now. Jalen Hines. Boy, this is a good one. No matter which way it goes, man, this is one for the ages. And it's been an honor to bring it to you on the Johnston Jaguar Athletic YouTube TV and the Community Radio Network. Off the cylinder, no good. The rebound. Got it back. Perkins comes up with it. No, it's quick. Got it back with under a minute to play, and they're going to foul. They got a foul. The whistle and a foul is called on Kamon Green.
2 free throws coming up. Kamon Green doesn't have too many fouls in this game, I don't think. He might have 3. It might be his 3rd one. I don't think he's fouling now. Yeah, he's not.
Christopher Clark will go to the line, and they will shoot 2 in overtime. It's a 4-point lead.
If they make these 2, I think we might call it a game. This is the first one.
Misses it.
I feel like we might.
Staying alive. Here comes number 1 in.
Rainer's coming
34
out.
in. Martin's in and Smith is in. Rainer coming out.
Hines comes right back in for Rainer. So they took Hines out to put Hines back in for Rainer.
And then they put Martin back at the bench. And the refs made him go sit back down. Here we go, Clark. He missed his first free throw. Second one up. No good. Rebound, Jaguars. They got it back. No, they didn't. 25. Hines got it. They got a foul. Ruffin had no choice.
There's still enough time to come back in this
Atkinson to the line. He'll shoot 2 now.
There's still enough time to come back in this game. I think the Jaguars need to hit a really fast, find somebody open. They need help on the inbound because they're obviously going to press for Pitt. Need somebody to help. Go down the court, get an easy layup. Rainer's taken out, who's their best defensive blocker that we've seen this whole game. So I feel like they'll come down, attack the paint, get an easy layup.
Rim, no good.
Over the back. That's over the back.
And it'll go to the Jaguars.
That's got to be over the back.
2-shot foul coming up. They call the foul on Hines.
Hines jumped over Perkins. Number 13 is going to check back in for the Jaguars. That's going to be...
Cameraman, they're saying on the broadcast, whenever you turn it too quickly, you make the visibility go blurry. So try not to turn quick fast, bud.
Mike Mason's about to check back in.
Perkins at the line, 2-shot foul. They're going to cut the lead to 3 if they make 2. Perkins up. First one is no good.
Philip Martin's checking back in. He checks in.
Gotta imagine how tired they are. Hell, I'm tired from just calling this game here, Will.
My legs are hurt. It's a long day at school today.
And we were worried at like lunchtime if this game was even going to happen or not. Perkins makes it in. Lead down to 4 and a timeout by the coach.
Coach Creasy.
We got to take one with him. Wow.
Getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy so we don't miss out on what matters. Like that family movie night your daughter can't live without. Yeah, can't do that. Every year, millions of people in the U.S. get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
You're listening to the Community Network. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to the games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
Well, we told you this was going to be one for the ages, and it certainly has lived up to the hype. 4 points when the Bulldogs had Jaguars back in December at Pitt. They won. And now it's a 4-point lead for Pitt on the Bulldogs, the Jaguars, under 35 seconds. You got a foul. Ruffin throws the foul on number 1 of Martin. He'll go to the line. And honestly, it's the fouling game now. And you said it was going to happen, Will and Brendan.
The fouling game is just usually the team that's fouling the other team usually comes out with the win because they're just giving them 3 points at this point. But it hasn't been the case in this game because there's been so many missed free throws.
Number one, though, puts it in for Williams. Or Martin, Philip Martin. 5-point lead. Proverbial maybe nailing the dagger in an overtime. One for the ages here tonight. Philip Martin, second shot. Up. Good.
It could end up being like the last game.
6-point lead.
It could have ended up, well, it's a 6-point lead.
2 threes. And we know they're not afraid to do it. 3-point shots.
Their best 3-point shooters on it, though. Howell.
Come on, Green. To Ruffin. 25 seconds. Come on, Green. Jumped up. Lost it. Tipped away. No foul. They're going to call foul. And it's on. Come on, Green.
Yeah, I think
he might have fouled out of the game.
I didn't think about it. Come on. Green has that.
5 fouls on Come On Green, and he is out of the game. 5 fouls on Come On Green. He's out.
I don't think he...
They are. Come On Green is out from Raleigh. Freshman 6'1". He's fouled out. Holland will come in to take his spot.
If he makes these 2 free throws, I would call it game. It's a 2-possession game. 18 seconds left. I don't see it happening.
70-64, shot up, and no good by Martin. First shot. Man. Philip Martin, second shot coming up.
Wesley, 7 lead changes.
And in.
7.
7-point lead now.
Timeout.
Timeout called by
Coach Creasy.
I don't know what they're doing. No, they're not. No timeout.
They're letting sub come in for the shooter.
Here we go. Ruffin gets it off the Holland. Holland back to Ruffin. Driving up the lane. Holland basket.
No foul.
No foul. 11 seconds. Ball out of bounds. The Pitt Bulldogs looking to win here with 11.2 seconds remaining. Going to Holland. Holland going now. Shot for 3. Good.
How in the world? It's too late.
67.
It's too late for that.
And a whistle. And they throw another foul. 71-67. Man, what a shot for 3 that was just a moment ago.
How in the world he made that? It's a 4-point game. If they had 18 seconds like they did earlier, I would say it's doable. But it takes, like 0.7 seconds to shoot a full jump shot.
And you're bringing Clark back to the line, and he's no slouch in the free throw charity stripe as well for the Bulldogs. Makes the 1. There it is. Back now to 5.
Yeah,
72-67. I would say this game pretty much in the proverbial nail in the coffin here. If Clark can dunk it, it's back to 6. There's no way you can come back from 6 with 5 seconds remaining. He missed it, though. It's only 5. Basket shot up by Perkins. Perkins for 3 off the rim, and that's the game in overtime. 72-67. 1 for the ages that we will never forget. Man, what a fun time here tonight. It was. Just come up short. What do you think there? What do you think there, Bill Coates?
Bill Coates.
Sorry, Will Chalk. Sorry. It's been a long night, long day.
I think it has been a long day.
Brendan, man, final take on things here. Obviously, when it's all said and done, 72-67.
Yeah, I think
this is one we'll never forget, Will.
I think this game is really close from start to finish. Was it a 5-point win? 5-point win like it was last time, but
Yes,
it's just flipped this time.
Flip-flopping
Pitt
around.
won by 5. Last time, Johnston won by 5.
They did.
This game.
And the game was 2 points, 1 point, 3 points.
Didn't
go to overtime. We thought it was going to be titter-tattering for that, but this one did. And, man, what a great game this was tonight, Will.
7 lead changes, and I really think free throws became a big factor in this game. Too many missed free throws for both teams.
Yeah.
If they would have both made the free throws, it would have been somewhere in the 80s, don't you think?
Listen, I try to be a neutral broadcaster in whatever I try to do, and I will say this. Props to the coach and the Pitt Bulldogs, just like for the Johnston Jaguars as their voice of the network. What a great game we had the privilege to call, especially for you as a young intern.
Yeah, I know. As an intern, I'm really, really happy that I got to call this game.
One we will never forget
for sure. Brendan Reeves, awesome job on color for the women's basketball and joining us on the camera. One more final look as family and friends gather. What a great one. Pitt Bulldogs win by 5. What a battle to the end in overtime. For everybody on the Community Radio Network, as well as on Johnston Jaguar and Athletics TV, thanks to Derek Arnold, Jake Reese, Alonzo Lunsford, so many people that are involved with our coverage. It's been a good one. Final score, 72-67 in overtime. Be safe in whatever the weather provides. One we never forget right now, they're tentatively scheduled for the men to play on Sunday against Patrick and Henry. Follow Johnston Jaguars and Community Radio Network social media for any upcoming changes. Been a good one. I'm Wesley Outland. Be good to one another. Stay safe in the winter apocalypse. Good night from the Strack Building.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
The following is a presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN.